It's time for another CGC unboxing. Up next on this video from Bronzeville Comics. Hey there, comic book community. This is Jim from Bronzeville Comics coming to you with another video. Today, we got a CGC box. It says fragile on the side and everything. So we're going to open this up and see what's inside. I know the book inside, and there's a huge Silver Age key. We're going to see the grade that came back. I know that it's low grade. I hope that it's not as low as it could be. We're going to take a look, and then we're going to talk about keys and this book in particular. In the meantime, follow me. Instagram, Bronzeville_comics. On the Whatnot, Bronzeville_comics. We're going to be having our first Whatnot sale this coming Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. And also my eBay store, ebay.com/Bronzeville_comics. On the Whatnot sale, we're going to be having... I'm just dipping my toe into the Whatnot waters and trying it out. We're going to have 50 books. You can already see some of the books I populated as to what's going to be in the sale, dollar start auctions. And there'll be a couple of giveaways as well. So here's a book I had gotten recently. It went through under Fast Track or Express, and I'm hoping for a little bit better result than last week's single book opening, which the book was not graded, the Superman 6. I did that on a live show when I did my weekly Moon Knight show with Joe from 360 Comics, and the continuing story of that is that CGC, the customer service rep, was a little bit surprised that it wasn't graded, so that book is headed back to CGC to get graded. So let's see what we have here. So we're hoping that the label is blue, and I'm hoping realistically for a okay, so I do feel plastic in there. It is graded. I'm hoping for... I would be really happy with a 1.5, to be honest. So I'm not looking at the grade. I'm going to take the book out. Doesn't have a rubber band around it, just the on either side. And as you can see, it's Amazing Spider-Man #1. It's got tape on the spine there. The book is, you know, in rough shape. Okay, so the grade is a 0.5. That's what I was a little bit afraid of. It's a 0.5, and the notes are: spine of cover completely split and cover reattached with tape. That's a 0.5. So that is it. And unfortunately, CGC throws a lot into that 0.5 grouping. They don't make a lot of delineation between books that are complete versus books that are incomplete. So I do want to check the grader's notes on this. See if there's anything else there. 40308. Yeah, I was kind of hoping that because it was complete that I would get a 1. Grader notes, heavy. Let's see, this is the spine. Cream to off-white pages on the inside, so that's not terrible. It does say heavy creasing to cover, heavy staining to cover. I do believe there was some water stains here. You can see the back has some rippling. If we can get a pretty good angle on this that doesn't have too much glare, and some chipping. Yeah, this is not the prettiest of copies, and you see the tape there. So heavy tears to cover, heavy wear spine, multiple piece out cover, reattached with tape, split cover. So I actually am a little bit uncertain as to what to do with books Now this is in rough shape regardless, but there's no distinct. If this was missing the back cover or was missing a large part of the front cover, it would still get a 0.5. So this book does present nicer, and it is for sale. If you have an offer on this, let me know. It is a Spider-Man #1 from March of 1963. And I am a little bit disappointed with the 0.5 because I felt that since the book was complete and intact, that was better than some other books that do get a 0.5 designation. And I know Ryan from One of My Comics has talked about this. They just kind of lump a lot of books down into that 0.5 grade and don't make any distinction between really poor and kind of incomplete. So let me know what you think about the grade. Since it was complete, I was hoping for like a 1. Maybe on a good day a 1.5, but I do. The book is, in rough shape. So that's what it is. I have come across some other books that I've acquired recently that are in better shape, but still have split spines. Spider-Man split. Try to say that fast. Spider-Man split spine. And I'm a little bit uncertain what to do with it. Now, in part, I wanted the book encapsulated to protect it. That being said, this is still a huge grail. There aren't that many Amazing Spider-Man #1s. And let's take a look at the census just to see what that is. So, Amazing Spider-Man 1. (1963). There are 3,055 universal copies on the CGC census, 149 of them in poor. And actually, it's a pretty close distribution. There are 149 at a 0.5, 145 at a 0.1, 148 at a 1.5, and then as you go up to 160, 198, 252, 323. 323 is the most popular grade of a 3.0. But everything from a 0.5 to a 6.5 has between 125 and 323 books of that particular grade on the census. So that is interesting. And I'm also noticing that CGC, not that it affects this book, but does have a breakdown of restored and conserved grades. So, that's it for Spider-Man. Oops. Spider-Man #1. You don't see the book very often. Again, this book is in rough shape. I will openly admit that. But to get it protected and encapsulated, it is the first appearance of the Chameleon. So it's hard to say what the fair market value of this book is because the 0.5s have such a large range. And a lot of it is just based on individual buyer preference, whether they want something that's complete, whether they want something the front cover's complete. Some people would prefer a fairly clean, well-presenting front cover, even if the back cover was missing, which would also qualify as a 0.5. So let me know what your preferences are in a 0.5. Obviously, it's a great entry-level book for such a large Grail. And it is a great book to have. in the collection. This is the first time I've ever owned this book. It's one of the biggest books I've ever owned. So let me know what you think. Hoping for a little bit better. At least it's graded. And we have it back from CGC. So take a look at a couple of my other recent videos. Remember, Monday night, Whatnot sale at 8 o'clock. And until next time, this is Jim saying, enjoy your comics.